Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Josh the Millennial Reaper here. So, if you can hear this rattling, it is because I correctly installed my check valves into my system. So, when you install a check valve, it is supposed to be installed vertically and not horizontal. I did not know that, so I had two check valves installed for my return pumps, and they were battling the entire time and causing a lot of rattling, and at this point I had to change it because it was driving me crazy. Now at this point I am emptying out my tank, and I will show you how I'm emptying out my tank using a hose and some buckets. I didn't want to dump the water out because quite frankly I didn't want to have to make and pay for 125 gallons worth of salt water, so I thought it was best to just store it because at most it would not be in the system for about an hour or so, and I felt like that wouldn't hurt it. This next clip I'm going to show you is undoing my return valve. One note to be careful with so you learn from my mistake is to have a bucket when you are undoing anything in your tank, because there was some trapped water in there and it made a mess. So on the second check valve, I had a bucket to catch any stray water. And now here what I am doing is I am dry fitting the return pump. I'm not a person who likes to measure because 9 times out of 10 I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff, so I just kind of eyeballed it, and I always made it longer so I could cut it shorter if needed, which is what you saw me do. Now once everything was installed and before I glued it in, I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown of everything. You can see the water is gonna come up from there, and here's the check valve, so it'll allow one direction of movement in case of a power outage, and this is the overflow that goes into the sump, and later in the video I will show you what my sump looks like from the front so you get a better idea of my setup. I just did a simple 3-chamber sump. Now if anyone's wondering, I did get this check valve from Bulk Reef Supply. It was a bit pricey for the 1-inch. I think it was like $27 shipped, which I thought was outrageous, but is anything in this hobby pretty cheap? I think I've spent close to about $1,200 to set up my tank. Now once I got everything glued in, I got the tank back with some effort, and I began to fill it right back up. Now, I did put the rocks in the back of the tank. I know a lot of people advise against that because it creates dead spots and whatnot, but I like the look of it on the back side of the tank, and I really like it when you see the coralline algae growing on the back glass, so for me, I felt like it would be the best look, and if at any point I don't like it, I can always rearrange it. It did take some time to dump the buckets of water in. I did have a trail of towels going from the buckets to the tank to fill it back up, but man, that was not easy. 24 hours later, this is the view of what the tank currently sits at. It is very cloudy. I think it's because some of the beneficial bacteria that was on the rocks died, so it's going through another mini cycle with a bacteria bloom, but that's just my thoughts. And I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below, but I just wanted to show you what my tank looks like right now, 24 hours later. I do have the power heads pointed down. I did kind of mix it up and help with the diatom bloom to get them off the rocks because they're ugly. This is my sump. It's a simple sump. It's a 20-gallon long tank. I didn't have a whole lot of space under the tank given where my tank is located, but I have overflow with 2 return socks, a section where I'm going to be putting a skimmer, and my return pump. Now I am currently running a canister filter on it. This was previously on my 65-gallon where the clown harem tank was, so I felt like that helps to cycle the tank up and help get rid of any of the detritus. And this is the back view of the tank. You can see it's just a very simple setup. It's about 4 inches off the back side of the wall, which bothered me at first, but it really doesn't. And in my overflow, I have a lid with a tubing and an air valve just to monitor the noise, because whenever that is not on, it is loud. It sounds like someone is draining 1,000 gallons of water through a bathtub. It is just obnoxious. So this little device will help you save a lot of noise and headaches. Well, that about wraps up this video, so I do want to thank you guys for stopping by, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep on reefing.